everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together we are Pajamas. And we are on week 3 of our October movie thing, where we watch a different horror movie every single weekend in October. So there are technically 5 weekends. We're doing 5 movies. This is number 3. This list was compiled by Justin. You gave me a list of movies to choose from. And so I did. I chose 5. And this week we are watching Sleepaway Camp.
That's a surprise. What's also surprising is that he doesn't tell me what order it is in.
So we're like leapfrogging, one that I've seen, then one for both of us, one that I've seen, one for both of us. And the last movie is Philip's choice. I have not watched this since I was a kid. So I'm interested to see what Justin thinks of it.
Were you about the same age when you saw Children of the Corn when you saw this one?
No. I think I was like 10 or 11 when I saw this one. And then disclaimer number 2. We record these in advance. These are not being recorded in real time, unfortunately, due to scheduling and whatnot. We just cannot do. We can't fit it in. We can't do it in a way that would be like guaranteed every week we could watch a movie.
It was put in the best way and simplest way that we are watching these for October, not in October.
Exactly. So yeah, it gives me time to edit them and get them past copyright, hopefully, and all that stuff. So yeah, throw that out there, which leads into the other disclaimer that it's super hot. It's September and it's still stupidly hot because summer is a giant asshole and won't go away.
Yes, it's like that one person who invites himself to a party and then is the one that stays and won't go home.
Yeah, and doesn't take the hints that you're done.
Yes.
That you want to wind down with cooler temperatures, but the sun says no.
The party's over. Everyone else is gone. Why are you still here?
All right, let's get to week 3. Week 3's movie, Sleepaway Camp.
Beautiful landscape.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reminds me of when I went to school in Vermont.
Hang in there, Delore! You're doing great! Can't we stop now?
Aww.
Hey, Craig, how about letting me take her around once, huh? Come on, please.
All right.
Super!
But look, just for a minute.
You look like a skiing hunchback! Straighten up, will ya?
Give me those videos!
Oh my God! Look at his eye! Please! Hurry, help them! Please help them!
Any chips?
Why, of course. I believe there's a whole bag.
Why, I'm almost sure of it.
Angela, isn't there anything special? In fact, I tied a string around my finger so I wouldn't forget. Take good care of my little girl, Richard.
Goodbye, Mom.
Goodbye, dear.
I like her.
Uh-huh. I would love a movie with just her. She's awesome.
Look at all that young, fresh chicken. Where I come from, we call them baldies. Makes your mouth water, don't it?
Artie, they're too young to even understand what's on your mind.
Then, good buddy, there ain't no such thing as being too young. You're just too old.
God.
Hey, Rick! Wait till you get a load of Judy. Man, oh man! Oh, yeah? You'll see.
Don't you know girls mature before boys?
That's bullshit and you know it.
Ricky, I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
I have boobs. I have to go now. I don't have time for you because I have boobs. Me and my boobs need to leave now.
All right, by the way, for those of you who don't know, the name is Meg. M-E-G. Susie, if you've
How
got any
else would it have been
problems,
spelled?
this is the complaint
I'm
department.
gonna take her inside to see Audie. She'll be alright.
I love them 80s
Homesick
shorts.
is all.
Early 80s when the guys' shorts were shorter than the women's shorts.
Hey, Ben, Audie, you around?
No!
Audie,
Keep
can
her
you
away
see
from
Ben,
him!
Please?
No!
Hey, Audie.
Well, hello there, Angela.
Hello there, Justin.
Find something she likes.
No!
I bet we can find something interesting in the walk-in.
No!
What was that all about? Guess I scared him.
The least subtle pedophile ever.
Want to check on the water?
Still got a couple minutes to go.
That is the largest pot.
Grab some hay before dinner. You coming?
Poor guy must be going crazy.
Yeah, if he's lucky. Look, can we move this along, please? There's no need to upset the campers, right?
No one could hear him screaming.
Now we get this ambulance out of here as quickly as we can.
Or the
Why?
ambulance.
It was only an accident.
Found himself another job, should anybody happen to ask.
And the ambulance came and picked him up
Sure. Whatever you say.
for that job.
Good. And
1, 2, 3.
You guys are gross. God, don't tell me Mozart fell for the old mind over matter trick.
Oh, not Mozart. He's too swift for that.
Hey, listen, everybody grab your glove. The games are on.
They're gonna play us?
Right now. I got
80s.
$5 riding on you guys, so don't lose.
No sweat, Gene. We're gonna kick their
All
asses.
right, you better. Let's go.
I've forgotten like 90%
Come on,
of this
Ricky,
movie.
babe. Save me my up. Make it 5.
You got it.
Look at his little short shorts too.
Eat shit and die, Ricky.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
Come on, keep your eye on it. Drive him in. Let's go.
Yay!
All right.
Go Mozart.
Nice catch.
Unless, of course, you guys.
Chicken!
Such a stupid
They get
song.
married one day.
Good night, Angela.
See, you just gotta be nice.
Good night.
Aww.
Good night.
Here, fellas, don't be a dick. She'll probably like you. Maybe. Or at least talk to you. Like you enough to talk to you.
You don't know how to have any fun anyway. Come on, boys.
We're getting naked together.
Have a good trip.
I don't like the way he said that. Is he planning something?
Relax, Leslie. You can trust me.
Someone says you can trust me. Chances are.
No, if you fall in, we may never be seen again.
How not to flirt.
I bet the rest of the boys will be interested in seeing you. Kenny, you scared all the chicks away. That's Kenny. Tell Ronnie we're all down here. Is this what you call getting caught with your pants down? Stupid
No, it's okay. He got a new job.
As far as I can
somewhere
tell,
else.
the boy drowned.
And we have to play volleyball.
I have boobs.
What's she? Special?
Like my boobs.
It doesn't seem fair, does it?
She has boobs too.
I hope you're not mad I did that.
I better go in.
Can I have another one?
Aw. He was a good guy
Night,
too.
Angela.
Or Angela.
I'm gonna kill you!
His first instinct is to pull a knife.
Hey!
What the fuck?
You guys kidding me?
Right? Boys are so weird.
It isn't the two lovebirds.
Why don't you get out of here?
Oh, sorry.
Such a jerk sometimes, isn't she?
Philidus a board and needs a screw. That's enough. Fuck off.
Yeah.
better go change before you catch pneumonia. It's almost time to eat.
I gotta take a wicked dump first, so I'll see you guys down there, all right? Got it. See you later. Jesus Christ, the guy can't even take a shit in peace around here. Let's get out of here before we get caught. We're murdered.
Where are we going?
To the lake.
Let's go before we get murdered to a place that's more secluded. There's no one there.
Back together so soon?
She's sitting perfectly still and there's flies crawling on her. Watch her arms and her legs. There are flies. See, there's one on her leg right there.
So with all this bad publicity, I don't see how I can hold on to the kid.
I don't suppose you guys would let me go next, would you? Didn't think so.
I'm really sorry. You know I am. Please forgive me.
You know I am?
Do you have to kiss so wet?
Sorry. Look, I'll see you tomorrow.
Don't bet on it. Chicken shit.
God. Girl, what are you doing? What are you curling? You're gonna burn your ear.
Mike?
Aww.
Let's go swimming.
Now? What about our clothes?
Take them off.
Okay.
Why, I believe it means angel. Why, yes, I'm sure it does. I know you're going to like that name. Won't you, Peter?
God, she's a boy.
Fascinating.
You just saw one of the most iconic endings in horror movie history.
It was amazing. Thank you for showing this to me. This was a very excellent film. And it was very surprising. I didn't actually think that that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Because before it started, I wanted to say that I've forgotten like 90% of this movie because I saw it when I was a kid. The only thing I remembered was the end. But I knew if I said that, you'd be anticipating something happening at the end. That'd be memorable. So I wanted you to walk into it as completely into the dark as possible.
It did seem throughout the film that, well, of course it's Angela that's doing it, but the surprise ending that, she's actually a boy. The thought didn't even come to my mind.
Yeah. I think it's a very interesting psychological study.
Yes.
That's why I love this movie so much, is because it's more than just slasher. It's like slasher with some like commentary on top of it. Like the antagonist is also kind of the protagonist in a way, which is amazing. You know, she's being bullied at the same time.
Her method of getting revenge.
Yeah. But then her mental state, what I think finally makes her snap is getting thrown in the water. Because of what happened to her as a child.
Yes, indeed. I suspected that that was the reason why she seemed to have some sort of phobia of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the whole movie, I'm just like, I couldn't wait for the end to come.
After seeing this film, I must admit, the 80s were very strange.
Having grown up in them, they were indeed. They were indeed. Casual pervert to crazy camp owner guy to the short shorts to, yeah, 80s were a weird time to grow up. What's also impressive, this was made in 1983, a year before Children of the Corn.
Ah, so it was made at around the same time.
And I think for being so early, that they did it in such an interesting way.
It was apparently a rich time for the evil children genre.
Also that, because most slashers are just like, person wants to kill, like Jason Voorhees for revenge, Freddy for the fun of it and for revenge, Michael Myers, he's just
bloodthirsty.
Yeah, pretty much. Texas Chainsaw, they're crazy cannibals, but with Angela, it's psychological. It's like, and here's what's cool. It's like, Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers and all that. They're like almost like cartoons. They're animated. They're still like the hockey mask and the knives and the chainsaw and the mask over the face. They're all very Halloween costumes. Angela's just a person, and I think that's what makes her stick out so much. Is that she's just a regular person.
It allows her to hide in plain sight.
Yeah, who was psychologically, scarred by what happened at the beginning, and then emotionally and psychologically manipulated by the woman that took her in and reassigned her gender for her. So not only did she lose what I assume to be her dad and her brother, she's now on her own. Well, he's now on his own, and is now forced to live life as a girl.
So his family, basically, and his identity.
Yeah,
was taken
exactly.
away from him.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it did. Like, it just made Angela into that. Yeah, it made Angela into that, which is so fucking cool. Like, this is a movie you could show it's like a psychology class.
I would be interested in what people would try to diagnose Angela with.
I would love to read the various theories and diagnoses of Angela. They would overlap, obviously, because they're very prevalent, but just to see people's point of view of it. And I think for a slasher horror movie, it's intelligent. Which might be, oh, you're giving it too much credit. I don't think I am. I think it's intelligent. I think it's clever. It builds to the reveal perfectly. Like, I knew the reveal, so I saw the clues. I was like, man, they're putting the breadcrumbs perfectly. It was so well done. I guess you assume it's Angela, but they give you a little bit of doubt that it could be Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
But you mean it's not, but you're like, okay. Because whenever they show the hand, we don't know whose hand it is. And I like that. Huge fan of this movie. I think it's a classic for a reason. It was instantly iconic with that end. This is back in 1980. This was the end of this movie in 1983. Like, imagine that. This plot, this end, this reveal in 1983 was so powerful. Like, that last shot of Angela standing there with that creepy fucking grin smile, like, on her face. It's legendary in horror. Another thing I like about it is that the ending is different. Because usually it's a group of people, kill, final girl versus thing. Be it the final girl in Friday the 13th, the final girl in Nightmare on Elm Street, the final girl in Texas Chainsaw, the final girl in Halloween. This is not. Angela just outed herself as the killer, but there are tons of kids. There's the counselors. They're all like, this is the part of the movie where they all meet up, try to figure something out. Then the killer starts the final strike. Instead, Angela's final strike, she decapitates him. She's lost her fucking mind. But 90% of the cast is still alive. And she's outed as the killer. She's standing there screaming on the beach or in the sand by the water. You don't really see that. Like, this could continue. Like, part 2 could continue right from where this left off. Because there's still horror movie to be had here.
Indeed.
It's not done yet. That's what's so fascinating. This like cuts off where most horror doesn't, and it gets to a spot that most horror doesn't, because it gets to the spot where there is no final girl. There is no just one-on-one showdown. Angela lost her damn mind. Was killing everybody.
There's the big reveal, and
then
it ends.
Yeah, she's fucking snapped completely. And as of this moment, the two counselor people are standing there staring at her. And then the movie ends. Where do you go from here?
They certainly don't have this in the counselor training manual.
Right. How to handle a psychologically and emotionally abused
child.
Yeah.
That goes around killing other campers. But at least in this case, not like the characters, other ones that you mentioned in other films, this one, she isn't simply going after random people that simply happen to be there.
Right,
it's
yeah.
In particular, people that wronged her.
If you just leave people the fuck alone, bullies, leave people the fuck alone, you won't get killed. That's the moral of the story from this movie.
It's also one thing that does make this distinctive from other classic slashers, in that the other ones, they do go after, well, even if someone simply happens to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, they could still get killed. But no, it's only if you wrong Angela somehow, then something will happen.
They're all revenge killings.
Yes.
Yep. Like, I mean, even, like, she killed those little kids. Like the little tiny kids on the beach because they threw sand at her. And it's like, whew. Like,
yes, don't think that she forgot about that.
Yeah, and that's, on one hand, it's like, oh, they're kids. Like, kids are stupid. They don't know any better. But at the same time, Angela gives no fucks.
Yes, age is not a factor for her.
You pick on me, stab, 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 or hatchet, hatchet, hatchet. Like, so I like that. This movie pulls no punches. Are you a 40-year-old pervert? Dead. Are you a 17-year-old bitch? Dead. Are you 7 years old and cold on the beach? Dead. It's like this movie would not be made today. And that's why I like it so much. It's not the only reason why. It's just one of the reasons why I like it so much. Much like Angela, this movie has balls. And I have to respect that. When a movie takes risks, 1983, man. I unfortunately was alive. Well, I'm glad to be alive, but I wish I was not alive then. Whole other story.
Yes, some of those not so very flattering aspects of 80s culture, I'm afraid that those were based on reality. They weren't made up simply to be theatrical.
Yeah. As a bullied child and a bullied teenager into adulthood, I can attest that, yeah. Granted, I didn't go around killing anyone, but then again, I wasn't reassigned my gender by a crazy woman who wanted a daughter after watching my brother and father get decapitated and killed. Because don't drive the fucking boat. If you can't drive a boat, don't drive the boat. You don't always have to get your way.
It was very interesting when that happened. All that she had to do was give that annoying please, and then after saying no many times and giving very good reasons why, he said, well, all right. As if somehow saying that one word made a difference. That word's more magical than I thought.
No comment. I'm not going to touch that hornet's nest. Just interesting what things will get you if, we're leaving that one alone. So I'm glad you liked it. I was hoping that you would like the build. I was hoping you'd like the psychological aspects. I was hoping you'd like the methodology of it. I was hoping you'd like the reveal. I was really hoping you would like the reveal. Because I knew that's if anyone can appreciate it, it'll be you.
Yes, I really liked that. I didn't see it happening, although, did you see any clues that were scattered bit by bit that it led up to this? Maybe little Easter eggs in the film?
You mean when I watched it the first time, or?
No, after seeing it now.
Oh, you can just see how Angela reacts, her aversion to things. There's nothing overt. Other than the flashback with the two kids watching, I think it was the dad and his lover, and then the two kids on the bed pointing at each other, and then the boy and the girl overlay, and then it spins, and they're pointing at each other. So it's you're the girl, you're the boy, you're the girl, you're the boy. That's the biggest hint they give, which I was hoping wouldn't give it away. I was because watching it now, I'm that's the strongest hint they give until the reveal at the end. They could have just been isn't that right? Peter or whatever, and that could have been it. But no, they fucking showed Angela standing there in all her glory, her glory. I don't know. It's a boy, but it raised as a girl. She probably identifies as a girl now. I don't know. It's muddy water. I'm not an expert on these things. I'm not trying to be offensive. It was 1983.
Yes, even though it was made at that time, I would say that there is definitely much more going on with her than simply gender dysphoria. There's much more leading to her psychosis.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the cool thing. That's why I said you could show this to any psychology class. There's a lot going on here, which is really cool because most slasher horror movies are so A, B, C, A, B, C. And this had ABC, but it had a pulse to it, and it was going somewhere. And the casting of Angela was perfect.
Yes,
just her stare, the close-up stare that they would do, wasn't creepy, wasn't dismissive, wasn't annoying. It was just blank. I'm paying attention to you.
Yes,
but I'm not going to respond to you or react in any way. Very good job.
Yes, when she would do that, what came to my mind was, what is she thinking?
Yeah, now especially this now.
Yes, she isn't doing that simply to be moody. There's actually a reason for everything that she does.
But there's that scene where they're sitting on the bleachers or whatever by the lake. I think Paul is. Guys, don't be Paul. Well, start off as Paul. Paul started off good. Go Paul. And then Paul quickly turned into every gross heterosexual man. But when they were sitting there, there were flies landing on her and crawling, like, crawling on her arms or on her legs because they're outside. And she was not flinching at all. She was completely in character. Hats off to the actress.
That's dedication. She's very dedicated to a character.
Yeah, Angela was Felissa Rose. Fantastic job by Felissa on this. Very, very good job. Cast perfectly, acted perfectly. Like, Angela wouldn't have been the same if she wasn't doing it, in my opinion. So
I agree.
Yeah. All right, want to go to my notes?
Yes.
All right.
Philip's notes.
So as I said, I forgot like 90% of this. I said, so my reactions to this were 100%, except for the end, obviously. I forgot like almost this entirety.
Well, how could you forget an ending like that?
Exactly, yeah. In the beginning, I found the score kind of obnoxious as they were panning like through the camp and all that stuff. And then there was like the scene in the boat. I want to drive. No, you can't drive it. No, you can't. No. Like, awesome 80s acting. On display even at the camp. Like, the one counselor was just like, it's sad when the most believable character you have is the pedophile. Of the counselors, or of the staff. I tend to forgive child actors. There was a couple counselors that were kind of in it, and I thought that the mean girl was aggressively mean.
Yes, she definitely portrayed herself as a schoolgirl villainess.
Just with everything. It'd be like, can I have some mashed potatoes? We're out of mashed potatoes. What the fuck do you mean you're out of mashed potatoes? I have boobs.
Yes, which somehow changed her. And she only changed the year before.
Yeah.
And that year...
I mean, it's also hormones, so it works both ways, but she was just aggressively mean. When the guy turned her down, she just got all pissy and called him a chicken shit, and I was just like, okay. I thought it was funny when Meg introduced herself. She's like, my name is Meg, M-E-G. I'm like, do you really need to spell that?
How many other ways can you spell that
Exactly. My name is Meg, M-A-J, Meg. I commented on this during the movie. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in. When the pervert cook gets killed, or doesn't get killed, he gets boiled. And they were like, tell the kids they found another job. He's screaming bloody murder for good reason. There's an ambulance there. Cops are there. Where are all the kids at? Is this a super secret? Like, is the mess hall like not?
It is a good question, especially since children, regardless of age, they can be very nosy. They aren't.
But it's an ambulance. They make noise when they drive.
Exactly.
And he's screaming his head off. So even if they weren't in the same vicinity, you would hear it.
Yes, they'd want to go outside, look out the window, something.
Yeah, so that's why he found another job in an ambulance.
As someone who's a paramedic.
There you go. Yeah, very.
Although that's quite a change in work.
Yeah, I went from being the head pedophilia cook to paramedic. In the baseball scene when Mozart is playing that boxing game, I'm almost 100% sure I had that game.
Really?
I saw it and I was just like, oh my God, it was like nostalgia wave. I was just like, don't remind me of my childhood, please. It was just that weird, like, something from your childhood you completely forgot. Smacks you in the face. And it's just like, whoa. So that happened in real time on camera. I always thought the bok, bok, bok taunt was stupid as fuck. Even as a kid, I'm like, what? You look like an asshole. You look stupid. Keep doing it. I'm going to laugh at you. You look dumb.
This person thinks that it's a chicken.
So?
No, I mean, this person that's flapping its wings and is calling everyone else chicken. No, you're the one who is acting like a chicken.
Yeah.
You're the one waving your arms around and pretending to peck the floor. Ugh.
I don't think they went that far. This movie could also be called Horny Desperate Boys Are Shitty at Picking Up Girls, the movie.
Yes, I can easily see that.
One thing this movie does really, really good are the practical effects. Like all the death scenes, were like the makeup effects were so good. Hats off.
Making it look more believable and not simply having a plastic or rubber body with markings on it.
Yeah. Or well, you haven't seen Friday the 13th, have you? No, so I won't spoil it. We'll just say in the first one, I won't spoil anything, so we might get to that one day.
All right.
I think it would be cool to go through an actual like horror series with you at some point.
I can barely wait.
If we can ever find the time. But yes, the effects were so good. So good. I like the character of Ricky. He was just like a little spitfire.
Yes.
Defending his cousin and not taking any shit. He wasn't the biggest kid. He wasn't the strongest kid. But you just didn't fuck with him or his family or his friends. I like that.
He was the most protective, the most virtuous of everybody.
Yeah. And I like that. I was like, I'm glad he wasn't dead. Like, we may have to check out the sequel because I haven't seen any of them to see what happens. Because I'm like, what happens after this? Obviously, the camp was closed from the beginning when they shot all the shots and that said closed. But how did you get from this to that? That's what I want to know. Then Mean Girl says, "Do you have to kiss so wet?" And I'm like, do you have to talk so mouth?
I suppose that she isn't used to not getting away.
Maybe, yeah. Well, now she's developing. She's become the object of affection and attention. So she's gonna eat it up. And that is all for my notes publicly. The rest are for my patrons over on Patreon. I'm really happy to have. I'm glad this is on your list. I was happy to see it on the list. I'm assuming I must have mentioned it at some point, or I don't. Maybe put it on the list for some reason.
I remember that you mentioned it, and that title interested me.
Okay, see, there you go. I'm glad that you did put it on the list because I saw it and I was like, yeah.
Yes, when I saw that title, I thought, horror in a camp. I do like horrors like that. Because that sort of setting, it does have so much potential.
Oh yeah. That's why I think I said at the beginning, like, there's another horror movie set in the camp. But yeah, I'm super happy that you liked it, and I'm glad that we got to watch it together and share it with the world.
And we made through it together, through seeing both the good and the bad of the 80s.
yeah. That's actually a good way to put it too. Like, this movie is both the good and the bad of the 80s. This is still the early 80s. It's not even the boy.
Oh, it gets worse.
The 80s weren't. I don't like the 80s.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Anything else you'd like to add? All right. Well, it's going to wrap this one up. We need to go turn the air on. It is very warm. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I'll simply say thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, rest your spot.